Hello, Marvel Legends fans. Welcome to the very first Marvel Fan First Monday Hasbro Pulse live stream. Thank you guys for joining us yet again. I'm Ryan in marketing, joined as always by Dan, also in marketing, and the man in the middle, our fearless leader, the legend himself, Mr. Dwight. How you bros doing today?
I've missed you so much. It's been such a long time since we've had a chance to geek out together about all of our amazing, wonderful stuff in this fantastic world of the internets.
It's been far too long. We had to let some of the other brands, go first. So it's been nice to kick back, relax, and watch all the other great reveals and news. But now it's back to work for the Marvel Legends team here. So again, thank you guys for being with us. Just a little quick housekeeping before we begin here, right? As always, we really appreciate your support of the Legends line, and we love interacting with you guys on these live streams and being part of the collector community. So just regarding some of the things we have going on, right? The state of the world type stuff, much like the other brands have spoken to, we are also facing similar global logistical issues. So that means products that are making their way on shelves. We're working, very diligently with all of our global teams to resolve any of these delays as quickly as possible. Despite some of this, right, products are still going to likely take longer than anticipated to arrive, but we're hard at work on it. We want to let you know that we're doing everything we can to make sure you can still pre-order those figures that you're interested in as well. So again, thank you guys for the support, and let's jump right in. So everyone saw the Doctor Strange to the Multiverse of Madness trailer at the big game recently. So as a reminder, that Doctor Strange Rintra Build-A-Figure wave is in stock and available on Hasbro Pulse and other retailers, as well as the premium role play Eye of Agamotto, which I have always on display in my backdrop here. It fits very nicely. It's super fun to play with. So go get your Doctor Strange Legends and Eye of Agamotto. Who was very important in Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange. So again, guys, we've seen a bunch of the comments and the requests for more Spider-Man No Way Home products. So we just wanted to get out ahead of this and assure you that we are also fans of the film. Dan has seen it a bunch of times, I'm sure, right? And as soon as we are able to announce new product, we will. Just keep in mind that film was such a big lead up to it, and everyone had to work very carefully to keep all the big surprises of that film secret. So it was really special when we were watching it. So nothing to share right now, but we are fans of the film, and we are hard at work every day. We actually had a meeting about it today, believe it or not. That's a true story. So more No Way Home news to come. So speaking of Spider-Man, what do we have going on this year? This is, as you may have heard, the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man. So our friends at Marvel have put together a really big program, which you'll be hearing more of in the coming months, celebrating Spider-Man's first appearance since 1962, Amazing Fantasy number 15. And they're calling this Beyond Amazing. And so you'll see we have a lot of Spider-Man news to talk about, and you might even see that Beyond Amazing kind of wrapper around some of these items as we move forward. So what's on shelf right now, and also behind me, is the Spider-Man retro wave that is on shelf. Dan loves this. He's our resident expert, and so this is headlined right by Symbiote Spider-Man, Ben Reilly, Spider Armor Mark One, Shocker, Hobgoblin, and Hammerhead there. So Dan, what was that? What was your tease earlier from the last time we did a live stream? Will you just remind everyone what your tease was?
Yeah, so we love to tease you guys, but one of the teases that I spoke to was that in 2022 there would be another Marvel Legends figure on that oversized Spider-Man retro blister card. So without further ado, Ryan, why don't you reveal to them what it is?
It's been a long time coming, but Rhino is now available. A lot of notable upgrades to this figure before we show you what he looks like on the card. So Dwight, walk him through, the deco and the new sculpted bits here.
Yeah, this is a lighter tone Rhino than the last one we did. He's got some kind of oversprays with a kind of a mid-tone on him, but he looks nice and more animated kind of coloring with his brighter, lighter gray. He has two sets of hands now. He has fist as well as gripping hands that you can use to hold other smaller figures by the ankles or the forearms. And we have two new head sculpts, both kind of classic inspired, a really angry version, and then just kind of that mid-level pissed off face. So couple new head sculpts, new deco. We filled the shoulder pins on his shoulders. This one does not come with the oversized shoulder armor like the Build-A-Figure way back in the day. And that's, yeah, there you go. Thanks, Ryan. That was our previous. That was the extremely upset Rhino. So now we've got a slight downgrade in anger on this version. So we're walking all the different variations of Rhino. So really cool figure. He looks awesome. He's if you have him, you remember him from the past. As far as his overall size, he's pretty massive in compared to Spider-Man. And the new pieces with the classic kind of black Rhino eyes on the side of the mask look really awesome. And we're really happy to put him on that oversized card because those are really fun items. And he looks great.
Dwight, did you design the stages of pissed off level from your own face? Were you just like modeling it off yourself? Is that what it was?
Pretty much. It all depended on what level of rage I was feeling by my dogs interrupting me on that day, depending on how many times over the live streams that we're always recording. So I can't wait for something to go wrong today, and you'll get a new one. So, yeah.
So here's a look at the card, right? Again, this is the oversized card, which we're familiar with based on the Kingpin, which you have behind me. So, this will look great on your wall of Spider-Man Retro. There you have your rampaging, what does it say? Rampaging Rhino is our fun little call out. So this item, the new Retro Rhino, will be available for pre-order tomorrow starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday. This is going to be a fan channel exclusive, so go get it at Pulse and other fan channel retailers. And moving on, sticking with the theme of Spider-Man Beyond Amazing, we're going to reveal for the first time a digital render of an upcoming 2022 Spider-Man Legends figure. Let's take a look at him here. This is the Future Foundation stealth suit. Tell them about it, Dwight.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. So this guy is built on our Bruce, our 2099 body, our the all new 2099 that we did a couple years ago. So he's got the butterfly shoulders. He's got all the articulation you guys expect in Spider-Man: double knees, double elbows, butterflies, ab crunch. And this time we did the inverted stealth variation of the Future Foundation. Quite a few years ago, we did the white primary look, and now we're inverting that as they did in the comic books to do the alternate take with the black as the center with the white spider, which looks really cool. And obviously we have way, 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 way better bodies now than we had back in the day when we made the original white version. So a really, really nice upgrade to this figure.
Dan, we should have called out the unstable molecules on the packaging now that I'm thinking about it, because that's how he can change from the white with black to the reverse of that. And then we're not showing it here, but on the back of the figure, he's got that spider detailing as well. So it's a really fun figure, and he will be coming out sometime later in 2022. All right, let's move on to some Disney Plus animation. How about that? So last year, right, we all enjoyed the What If series, which took us to all new corners of the multiverse. You see a poster here, led by Captain Carter. They fought, a whole host of villains, and so we had a pretty robust product line in 2021 for What If. We had the whole wave headlined by the Watcher Build-A-Figure, and then we had some other items like the Hydra Stomper Deluxe figure. So we wanted to kind of tie up some loose ends. You saw some Disney Plus teases recently, but we wanted to confirm that the Disney Plus wave for 2022 later this year will have a Build-A-Figure, and that Build-A-Figure is tied to the season 1 of What If. So let's take a look at the Build-A-Figure for the first time here. Dwight, walk them through this imposing villain here.
Yeah, this is Ultron from the final episode 1 or 2 of the series, where he was gathering the Infinity Stones and placing them in his chest armor. I believe he's got the one in his head as well, as expected for a Vision type character. He's pretty sweet. He's got this massive lance. The thing's like way, way bigger than he is. And he's a rather tall action figure as well. I think he's around the 7-inch mark. He has the double pinless joints, torso rocker, the secondary piece for the shoulder pads. You can kind of see some of Vision's face up underneath the top part of his helmet, but a really nice figure that should be a great adversary for all the heroes that you've collected to this point to battle against.
So he will slot in nicely to your growing What If Legends display. And so this wave, right, is going to be the wave where our previously revealed Hawkeye and Kate Bishop figures will be in. So back when Hawkeye was on the air around Christmas time last year, we revealed the digital renders for those two figures. So they will be a part of this Infinity Ultron Build-A-Figure wave. So more news to come on that. We will be launching a pre-order for those Hawkeye and Kate figures in the coming weeks. So stay tuned to the Hasbro Pulse for more information on that. Okay, so moving on to our next topic here, let's talk some X-Men VHS style animated figures. And so a plug for these again, they are still available for pre-order on the Hasbro Pulse. So we launched these back with you guys at PulseCon, which was really fun to do. Shout out to the Lewalds again for joining us. And so we have Wolverine here. He's the first figure up. We also have Jubilee coming out as well. These are our updated product images, actual products, not renders. And then we have Mr. Sinister. So again, these three are available still, and they are so fun when you get them in hand. The Wolverine, I have a bunch of samples and I'm sending them around to the team. Everyone loves it. But we hear you guys, right? We hear the posts, we see the comments. We know you love X-Men. We know there are certain characters that you want next up in this series in particular. So we are happy to announce that we will be giving you more female action figures in the X-Men. So without further ado, let's introduce the next character in this line. It is, of course, Storm in her awesome animated look with a new head sculpt. Dwight, walk them through this one.
Thanks, Ryan. Storm here is very similar to the body type you've seen on this costume we've done in the past, but we've added the really cool black cell shading lines across her torso and legs and arms, and we gave her a new massive hair piece to match her, super awesome, super big hair from the animation. So it's one of the most impressive hair pieces for our action figures to this point, and it looks absolutely fantastic on Storm, making Oro look as queen-like and proper as she should be. The cape, the fabric cape, even has a couple of those kind of lines inked into it to kind of give a little bit of an idea of how they represented the folds and the shadows on the cape in the show. So a really cool version of her, and she has the alternate hands, so you can have her blasting some Sentinel action or just kind of chilling with the crew.
Yeah, I didn't notice. I forgot the details in the cape, really rounding out that cell shading look. I think of all the figures, her white costume, the cell shading really pops the most. So I pulled out the old Storm from 2019, who was the first time we did this 90s version, but this white was more kind of like pearlescent, I guess, if you wanted to say that. But then the new retro Storm, it's like a much brighter kind of cartoon style white with the cell shading there, and yeah, the very 90s kind of style hairdo for her. So that is awesome. So here's a look at the packaging. Again, these artworks are done by our friend Dan Wiesenmeyer. He does them all from scratch. He gives us multiple options based on his expertise from working on the show back in the day. And so here is Storm in her blue VHS style box. Again, every character has a different colored cassette style box with the little character bits there. So line them up all on your shelf, and your Storm is the fourth one out of the gate here. So Storm will be available tomorrow, Tuesday, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These are Pulse exclusives, and they will be shared with Shop Disney eventually. So wherever you want to go get her, you can do so. Looking forward to 90s X-Men Storm. And so with that, I'm going to throw it to Dan to take us through our next segment of exciting reveals.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. Thanks, guys. So this year, 2022, we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends. And so if you go to HasbroPulse.com right now, you can pre-order the Unparalleled Captain America, the Iron Man, and the Hulk Marvel Legends 20th anniversary exclusive line. So shout out to Paul Harding, by the way, who did the head sculpts for most of these guys. They look fantastic. If you haven't had these already, go to Hasbro Pulse and pre-order them right now. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Dan, where's Toad? We've talked about Toad. So you're going to have to stay patient, guys. We're not showing Toad yet, but we did make a promise this year that this year, to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends, the 20th of every month, we're going to give you some sort of update, some sort of marketing beat. And so yesterday was February 20th, right? And so for the first time ever, we revealed the first Marvel Legends Blue Marvel. Shout out to David Nakayama for that amazing artwork packaging. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you again, Mr. David Nakayama, for that. But instead of just the packaging, we thought we'd start to reveal the entire wave that Blue Marvel comes in. So without further ado, Greg, let's show them the first ever Marvel Legends in 6-inch form, the Blue Marvel. Dwight, take us through Blue Marvel right here.
Yeah, this is our Adam figure. Adam looks fantastic. He's got some alternate, cosmic blue effects. Of course, they would be blue. He has swappable hands from the gripping hands to fist, and you can just pop the effects on like A really awesome head sculpt. I don't know if it pops, how well it can show, but he looks really, really awesome, as he should. And it's awesome to do characters for the first time in the line. That's something that I always enjoy, and I believe you guys do as well. So this is our first take on Blue Marvel.
Yeah, I know a lot of fans have been clamoring for a Blue Marvel, so it's so awesome to finally get him in Marvel Legends and bring him to you guys in 2022. Moving on, though, to the next figure within this Build-A-Figure wave. It wouldn't be a Build-A-Figure wave without Iron Man. So how about we show them the new modern Model 70 armor that was designed by Alex Ross, Iron Man, right here. Dwight, take him through Iron Man just really quickly.
Sure. All new Iron Man figure. He is a pinless Iron Man, which is something that we can do now, which is wonderful. He has the torso rocker, so he can rotate around and kind of arch and bend his back and rock to the left and right, which is a really nice addition for flying type figures. Double elbows, double knees, repulsor blast for his hands, all the red, all the gold you would expect. Like Dan said, inspired by the Alex Ross design of Iron Man from the books of current day.
Yeah, he looks amazing. We actually want to give a special shout out to E Rivera 94. Tomorrow, he's going to do the first in-hand review of this figure. So go check out E Rivera 94 on his channel on YouTube and social accounts, and he will give an in-depth first review of that Iron Man Model 70 figure tomorrow. Moving on, though, I want to give a shout out here to Mr. Ryan Ting. He really wanted to tease this next figure. The next figure within this Build-A-Figure wave was teased last year. And the tease, I quote, was there will be at least 2 characters who have never appeared in Toy Biz or Legends 6-inch line, who are also featured in the Marvel Universe Series 2 card set. So knowing Ryan and his card fandom, Greg, can we spotlight Ryan really quickly so that he can showcase the 2 cards that he had on hand? Ryan, what did you have?
Thanks,
there?
Dan. So first up was Sleepwalker, which we showed. He's obviously in the Doctor Strange wave, and we spoke to it when we revealed that. And so the second character is going to be Speedball, much needed Marvel Legends figure. So that puts that tease to rest. We are done for now with the Marvel Universe Series 2 1991 until further notice. Back to you, Dan.
Dwight, anything you want to say about Speedball?
He has got a lot of spots on him. He is our most spot-tacular action figure to this point. He's got cool translucent goggles keyed to his head so you can see his eyes painted underneath them. And, it's just like we also like adding more characters to your roster of different teams. So here you go, a new one for the New Warriors.
Yeah, so guys, the #1 Speedball fan is none other than Toy Bro. So The first in-hand review of this Speedball figure is going to be with Toy Bro. Go check him out on his social channels on YouTube, on all of the social platforms. But Toy Bro tomorrow will be giving the first ever in-hand review of this Speedball character. Moving on, though, let's move on from the guys and let's talk about some female characters within this wave. So, Dwight, tee up this female awesome figure, Madam Hydra. She was, I think, last seen in Marvel Legends in 2012, I believe, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. 2012 sounds about right. Back then, I think she was a swap figure with Madam Mask. So this is our first kind of properly carded Madam Hydra. She is, seen here, new head sculpt, new hair, holsters, and all done up in a couple different tones of greens. She's got the cool Hydra logo on the sides of her holsters, and we're using the arms from the Black Queen, White Queen of our Hellfire Club set because it had the proper glove height, sculpted in detail. Lots of green eye makeup and lipstick, so she looks pretty cool. And you have a proper update to Madam Hydra.
I love green makeup as well, Dwight. You know that. That's cool. Moving on, though, to the next figure within the Build-A-Figure wave is going to be an updated U.S. Agent figure. Last time we saw U.S. Agent was in the Epic Heroes wave in 2013, I believe. So, Dwight, take us through U.S. Agent.
U.S. Agent is built on our Craven Captain America buck, the smooth version. So that gives you an idea for his size and mass. He has a new head sculpt, a properly decoed shield for the era. And it was great to update him. The last time we did him, like Dan said, was back then, and it was on the Bucky Cat body. So to get a little bit bulkier version of this character, to make him more on model to how he was drawn, most often was a cool treat. And then doing a comic version of a character that was just launched in the Disney Plus shows of last year. It's great now that we've got the proper, we've got a version of him from Disney Plus. Now we got an updated version of him from comics as well.
Shout out to our engineer. He is the world's #1 U.S. Agent fan. That's not true, but he does like the character, and so now we have him in comic 6-inch, right? We have him in MCU 6-inch, and we even have him in retro 3 3/4. So we have him covered across the scales. Just wanted to say that.
Shout out to our engineer always, for real. Moving on to my favorite figure within this wave. So last year at PulseCon, I had the honor of interviewing and talking to one of my favorite writers of the books right now, Donnie Cates. And he teased, and we both kind of teased, that in 2022, we were going to bring other characters that he has written about or created into the Marvel Legends line. So without further ado, my favorite figure from this Build-A-Figure wave is going to be Thor himself. Dwight, talk us through Thor.
Thor is 100% new and 100% awesome. He comes with a couple of ravens. I got him here, and I actually have him in pack. Actually, I don't want to show that. I can't show him pack yet. Like this. Here we go. Because I'm not sure how we're gonna tease up the Build-A-Figure. So we have Thor here. He looks awesome. Cool art on the back. I don't remember if we've shown this yet. So really sweet. It's got some ravens. We can do a little unboxing here. A Dwight style unboxing because toys need to live outside of the boxes. Look, twinkly. Unboxing, Dwight style.
That's what you get. That's what you get for opening your figures.
Yeah, well, you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. So, or in this case, some cherished pictures of my nephews and nieces. Anyways, all of that for caw. We got some ravens. We got a super awesome Thor, two-tone purple to red cape, full articulation, pinless, legs spikities, forearms spikities, beautiful long elven-like hair, a little black tiara on his forehead, and power glowy type of eyes. And he also comes with a cool new version of his hammer, which is all. He didn't have a hammer per se. It was energy. It was like a projection of his hammer. So it was an all lightning based elemental thread in this. So it's got the lightning effect. It's got the all translucent blue and the lightning which will wrap around it that he can then hold in his hand, of course. And it gives you a really cool powered up, lightning hammer effect. So a really sweet Thor. One of my favorite modern design takes on him, and a really, really sweet action figure. So I'm gonna let someone else talk so I can unbury all of the crap that just fell in my face.
I got you, Dwight. I love your cacaws, sound effects. So we're gonna record that and put it in our next Talking Legends figure somewhere down the line. Moving on though to our last figure within this Build-A-Figure wave. This is gonna be actually sort of two characters actually in this one box. So Dwight, if you're ready, we're gonna talk about the one and only Quake, who I found out recently was the daughter of Mr. Hyde. So if you have Mr. Hyde, that Build-A-Figure, this character fits with that figure as well. So go ahead, Dwight. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm as good as I'm going to get, which is debatable as to whether that's good or not. But it's what you guys have learned to tolerate for many years. So we have Daisy here with a really, really beautiful new head sculpt. And she will actually come with swappable hands. Why would she have swappable hands? Because Daisy should have her power gloves. So she's got the armored gauntlets for her sleeves. She's got the cool alternate hands. But why would we show her with white hands? Well, Daisy also comes with alternate pieces to make Maria. So we can have a Maria Hill proper double elbow, double knee, pinless version to go along with Daisy in matching shield uniforms, which is a really, really, awesome thing that we, try to do whenever possible. Makes her slightly troop builder-y. If you hold her up to the light and squint your eyes, you can pretend that she's blonde, and you can, then you add another variation and you can turn out the lights, and now her hair looks, black. So another variation there. So, you can troop build some shield agents out of this really, really easily with this awesome Quake / Maria Hill alternate pack.
I love how your mind works, Dwight, and without further ado, though, we're going to actually, thank God, not let Dwight unbox every figure within this Build-A-Figure wave, but he has the Build-A-Figure in hand right now to show. So without further ado, Dwight, why don't you show everyone the Build-A-Figure for this awesome wave?
Dun, dun, dun. We have the controller. So the controller got a absolutely fantastic head sculpt with some amazing deco on it as well. So he's got really, really tired under eyes. He's got all the cracks through his face. He's got his control disc sculpted into one of his interchangeable hands. He will also come with alternate fist, which somehow I don't know how they're not here anymore. They must have exploded when everything in my makeshift office at home went kablooey. But he has alternate fist. He has open hands. He is built off of parts from the Thanos figure, the Thanos Deluxe. So that gives you an idea for his scale and size. And another one of those oddball cool villains that would not have been thought of in years past. So here you go, controller. And I absolutely love that face sculpt and deco, the combined photoreal type of deco on top of the sculpt is probably one of my favorite faces we've done to this point in Marvel Legends.
So there you have it, guys. That's the controller Build-A-Figure wave. Tomorrow is going to be the pre-order for this Build-A-Figure. It's going to start at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be available at all major retailers, especially Hasbro Pulse. And again, this wave is really, really awesome. It has our first ever Blue Marvel, has a completely new Thor, has some classic characters like Iron Man and Speedball and US Agent. So pick this up and pre-order it tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But guys, it's not a Marvel Legends panel without some other stuff to talk about. So Ryan, take us through some other stuff that we can sort of talk about now.
All right, I'm actually going to throw it to Dwight, hot potato, because he has a interesting update that I think you guys would appreciate.
Oh, that's right. We have a little friend that came to visit us this week at the office. So for the first time, debuting our early EP samples of Big G, Mr. Galactus right here. So say hi, Mr. Galactus. There you go. You can just say hi. He can wave at you. So, you know, there you go. It's nice and clicky. Clicky. So super awesome, amazing samples. We have a lot of work yet to do on him. His colors aren't quite perfect. The face plates deco needs to be improved, but you can get an idea. Turn him on here. You see how he powers up. He looks really fantastic. He is massive, as as expected, right? Glowing on the back, glowing on the front, all the purples, all the blues, all the articulation, really, really strongly, a really nice upgrade to the previous Galactus that you may have if you have the awesome Marvel Universe version from eons ago. And there you go, a little sneak peek of a really big, very, very large planet-eating monster.
I love that satisfying crunch, crackle sound. Very loud, very loud. Yeah, so thanks Dwight for the update on Galactus. Wanted to close out here with just an update, right? Or not an update, but you guys saw the Moon Knight spots that have been debuting recently. So as a reminder, Moon Knight will be premiering on March 30th on Disney Plus, and we've seen some characters, some different versions of Mark Spector so far, and yeah, we're gonna have Legends tied to this show as well. So when we get closer to the debut of the series on Disney Plus, stay tuned to the Hasbro Pulse for some news and perhaps a reveal and a pre-order or two. Maybe we'll see. And before we get out of here, guys, thank you for joining us again. Our patented end of show tease here. So if I can show this here without dropping it, let's take a closer look at this. Let the speculation begin.
What?
What do we have?
Is that an Erlenmeyer flask, Ryan? What? Dropping some science knowledge. It's not my science knowledge. It's my nephew, Dylan. He teaches me things.
I missed the tweezers, Ryan.
I have retired the tweezers. That was so 2021. I have to come up with a new gimmick there. But guys, thank you for joining us. Go schedule your pre-orders tomorrow, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go get your more female X-Men Legends figures, and stay tuned to the Hasbro Post. As always, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time.
Bye, guys, gals, everybody.
Peace.